Good morning. These are the readings for this coming week. Today, as I record this, we have the full moon eclipse in Pisces. Do not charge crystals under this full moon eclipse because it's kind of like you don't know what you're going to get. You don't know, it could be good, it could be bad, so just don't risk it. That would be my recommendation anyway. So we're going to start from Aries all the way through to Pisces. Timestamps are in the comments. If your reading resonates, please do give the video a thumbs up. Please do subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment. If it doesn't resonate, check out your moon sign, rising sign or Venus sign. In the description box below, there are links for Crystals on Cloud 9 and Vita Mind Spa. So Crystals on Cloud 9 is my best friend Michelle's website. She can get anything, so do email her if there's something in particular that you are after, because she's got contacts all over the world. And Vita Mind Spa are the retreats that I run, some in Leeds, some in Cheshire, some online. I offer all of these sessions individually as well: hypnotherapy, energy healing, tarot, past life regression. So if you're interested in any of that, do get in touch. The link is the link for Vita for the website and the Facebook page are in the description box below, so you can send me an email or you can get in touch on Messenger. But we're going to start with Aries. Let's see what we've got going on for this coming week and this full moon eclipse in Pisces. Message for Aries, please. Six of Wands, Two of Swords, Three of Pentacles, King of Wands. Okay, Aries, you are being asked. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to read what I'm seeing, as I always do. Please don't take offence. You're being asked to stop being stubborn because you are holding yourself back here. I feel like everything's got to be perfect before I start. Everything has to be, you know, you're holding yourself back. You are holding yourself to a standard that I'm just going to pause for a second. I need to blow my nose. Sorry about that, Aries. Yeah, you're holding yourself to a standard here that is not necessarily a bad thing, because it's like, okay, great, you want things to be good, you want to put all of your effort in, you want to bring your A game, but you're not going to get started, because if you are waiting for something to be perfect before you start, you're not going to be starting. And again, I feel like there's a lack of asking for support here as well, and a lack of it. I'm not going to lie, again, I'll be totally honest, Aries. It feels like worried about judgment and criticism, and this is what holds an awful lot of people back. This is what people. If Aries, if you're thinking, oh, I can't do that because what will people think? Who are these people, and does it matter what they think? And if the answer to that question is, you know, these people are my friends, my family, my loved ones, again, what are they going to think? Because I imagine that either A, what they think isn't what you think it is, or B, even if it is, does that matter? Like, let's say you're thinking of starting a business. That's just an example. It could be anything, Aries. It could be getting into a relationship, moving jobs, moving home, getting out of a relationship, all kinds of things. But let's say you're thinking of starting a business and you're thinking, I'm not going to do this because my brother and sister will think they'll think it's crazy, they'll think I'm stupid, and what if I fail, and da-da-da-da-da. Well, if they think you're crazy and stupid, they don't sound very nice and very supportive. So do their opinions matter? And even if it didn't fail and it didn't work out, you've tried, which is an awful lot more than, you know, what a lot of people do. This Aries is asking you to just start. Take the leap, take the jump and start. There is an element of you aren't looking at other things because you are caught up in, well, I can't start until this anyway, and I can't do that until I've sorted all of this. It's just everything, it feels like everything's got to be perfect before you do it. And I promise you, you'll never get going with anything if you feel like everything's got to be perfect. So, Aries, That's your reading for this coming week. Also, sorry, before I get there, before I move on, eclipses are sort of a glimpse of how life could be. So that's the whole thing. If you're thinking, what would life look like if I moved jobs or moved home or got out of this relationship or whatever it was, it's a glimpse into what life could look like. Life's too short, Aries. I'm going to leave that there. Life is too short. Okay, Aries, if that resonated, please do give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment, and Taurus now. Message. Oh, okay, for Taurus. What message does Taurus need? Taurus, I've got a little bit of tension going on. I feel a little bit out of alignment. So it could be physical, it could be metaphorical. I'm going to leave that there. Death, Scorpio energy. Ace of Cups. Hierophant, Taurus energy. Knight of Wands. Okay. Similar energy here to Aries. I had a feeling with the full moon eclipse in Pisces we were going to sort of have a collective energy. But again, you are being asked to move something forward. Not the in and out energy, not the back and forth. You're being asked to fully commit something here. It feels like a big change, a big transformation. It feels like mind, body and soul. It feels like a big deal. This could be starting a new relationship, starting a new business, having a baby. It just feels like a big, like I am going to the next phase of life. I am going to the next step. But you are being asked to jump in and commit. Oh no, my tea thing's fallen in. Okay. Yeah, you're being asked to. I've got tea on the table. Oh no. To fully jump in and commit. No back and forth. It feels like possibly like a dark night of the soul energy, Taurus, where I'm shedding old belief systems, I'm letting go of old behaviour patterns. I am being asked to just step in and go for it. I feel like I just want another card. Judgment. So again, just make the choice, make the decision. This could be like a second chance at something coming back around. Do you get into be in the limelight this time? You get into, how do I describe it? It's the thing that keeps coming to me is like it's your time to shine. We've got a lot of major arcana here and an ace, so it's a big deal. This over the next week, it's like big energy. And you're being asked, Taurus, this week to not be a wallflower, not be shy, take what you deserve, get what you deserve, step into that limelight. It's that kind of energy. It does feel nice, it does feel like a nice energy, Taurus, but yeah, if it resonates, leave me a comment, let me know what's going on for you. Give the video a thumbs up if it did resonate, and subscribe to the channel, and we are going to do Gemini next. Okay, Gemini. Message for Gemini, please. What message does Gemini need? For this coming week? The world. The Sun, Leo energy, Sagittarius energy, Four of Wands, nice. Page of Swords. Okay, so, can't remember if you've had this recently. Somebody's had this energy recently. The quote that's coming to me is, comparison is the thief of joy. And I feel like if you are looking online at other people, other situations, and comparing their lifestyle and what they've got going on, things like that, to what you have going on, and maybe your healing process and your journey and all of these, your home life, you're not letting yourself appreciate what you have, Gemini, what everybody else has been through and dealt with, and you know, the place that they're at. That's their journey. Yours is just, it's just appreciating yourself, Gemini. You need to appreciate yourself a little bit more. A new karmic cycle is coming in this week. It is completing. It's let's start afresh. There could be like a new family dynamic, whether that's having children, getting engaged, moving in with someone, or you know, somebody in your family doing it. It's just it feels like a new family dynamic that's bringing up some inner child healing for you. Maybe you're thinking, why don't I have this? Why hasn't this happened for me? Or why isn't this happening for me? Or why doesn't my version of this look like everybody else's that you think it should look like? Something like that. I want another card for you as well, Gemini. I did this for, yeah, High Priestess. So you need to be listening to your higher self at the minute, Gemini. I will be advising doing some guided meditations to connect with your spirit guides or your higher self, or maybe go see some sort of spiritual healer to connect to your higher self, or just Google it. You can just Google, how do I connect to my higher self? And whichever method and remedy feels like it suits you best, go for it. Because yeah, I feel like I need to be connecting to my higher self and my spirit guides here, because I feel like you're coming from a place of an inner child wound, Gemini, and that needs to be healed in order to feel the gratitude for what you have around you. And that's not to say you can't want more, you can't wish for more, you can't hope for more, you can't work for more, but it's just saying, look at what you have that an awful lot of people don't. It's that kind of vibe. I was trying to move the naked lady, but there we go, that's the... Okay, Gemini, if that resonates, please do give the video a thumbs up, please do subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment. If it didn't resonate, check out your moon sign, rising sign, or Venus sign, and Cancer now. Okay, Cancer. How are we doing? Let's see what we've got going on for you. Okay. Message for Cancer, please. What message does Cancer need for this coming week? Seven of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Cancer. Oh, okay, couple of energies here. One is I'm feeling very defensive around my personal growth and my finances, like my financial growth and stability. So you could be saving money, looking into how to save money. If you're having discussions with people about, you know, I would like to earn more money, or how can I get a pay rise, or how can we save more? Yeah, save more, earn more, create more. And I feel I'm stuck between a land of, oh, I'll just give up and this won't work and it won't happen, and no, it will. It's a really polar opposite. Like 1 minute you might have big ideas of, no, I can absolutely do this. I can be financially independent and have a good amount of savings in the bank to keep myself feeling secure and da-da-da-da-da. And then on the opposite end of the spectrum, it's like, oh, that just feels like an absolute mountain and it'll take years to climb. So what's the point? Let me just spend frivolously. I feel like I'm going between those two things. The cards here, Cancer, are saying do not give up. Do not give up on that dream. It can absolutely happen. Ace of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. There is also an energy of the more you give, the more you get. So this doesn't have to be like pound for pound. This doesn't have to be, okay, I need to give money away and give to charity and, you know, philanthropy. And it doesn't have to be all of that to gain back. It could be well, maybe I'll give my time and energy a little bit more somewhere in some way, shape or form, whatever that is, going to hospitals and reading to kids, or doing it. It could even be doing an online project. There's a guy that is earning millions just from, he just live streams all day apparently. I haven't seen it, I've only heard about it, but apparently he live streams all day and his videos are called Come Hang Out With Me, and people just hang out with him all day and chat and they watch TV shows together. And I think it might just be something as simple as that, as, you know, giving your time, maybe you live stream for an hour and just say come hang out with me, and you chat with people and spend a bit of time together. It could be absolutely anything, Cancer, but it feels like when you open that idea of possibilities, it all comes streaming in, and it's the balance of I can create this, I can build this, I can do this, and I don't have to just say, oh, it's never going to happen, so let me just go spend frivolously. But maybe the energies are different in a way of I give in some, or maybe again it's a right, okay, I just have to work hard for a few years and give more of my time and my energy, and in a few years that'll pay off because I'll be promoted, pay rise, da-da-da-da-da. All of the readings today, I've needed an extra card, and I want, so the Hermit, Virgo energy. It's really going inwards, Cancer, and maybe I saw an article a while ago and I wish I'd saved it, because it was about a financial therapist, and she said people usually have one of 4 money wounds, and I've forgotten exactly what they are, but it was something like you grew up with money so you never had to worry about it, so you're not very good with it, or you did grow up struggling for money and now you're fine but you're still holding on to every penny because of the way you grew up, or, you know, there's different levels of it, there's 4 different things. And I do feel like there is some sort of it feels like a root chakra, like your stability, your safety, whether it's money, whether it's relationships, you know, like home life, because Pentacles represent land, they represent money, they represent, you know, finances, these homes, things like this. It feels, Cancer, very root chakra, you know, get your root chakra in alignment, healed, and this won't be a worry. It'll be right, I have enough to keep me safe and give here and there and still grow and still evolve. And yeah, this is a very deep reading, Cancer. I wasn't expecting to go here today, I'm not gonna lie. I'd do some root chakra work and figure out what your root chakra wound is. Maybe Google that, Google those things, root chakra healing, root chakra wound, see what resonates, see what fits, because it's going to be different for everybody, obviously. But yeah, I feel very in a war with myself of how do I give, but how do I keep building for myself as well. Okay, Cancer, if that resonated, please do give the video a thumbs up, please do subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment. And Leo now. Leo, how are we doing? Let's see. Oh, my eye started twitching. Is that your stress or mine, Leo? Maybe a bit of stress this week. Let's see. Message for Leo, please. The moon, Pisces energy. We've got that full moon eclipse in Pisces today. 9 of Pentacles. The Devil, Capricorn energy, Page of Wands. You need to get your message out there, Leo. Get it out there. Get it out there to the world, energetically, physically, whether it's, you know, starting a blog, a YouTube channel, or whether it's manifesting, creating a vision board, meditating and manifesting your idea into being, whatever it is. But up here, Leo, there's some sort of, how do I describe it? Are you doing everything, Leo? Doing everything for everyone, and you're just like, well, it's just the way it is, and if I don't do it, it won't get done, or if I don't do it, it won't get done the way that I like it, and then it'll make me feel worse, da-da-da-da-da. This does it doesn't feel like it's serving you, Leo. It doesn't feel like it's doing any good. It feels like it needs to go, and whatever it is that you're putting out there, you need to allow it to happen in reality. So if you're thinking, oh, I wish people had helped me out more, I wish people had stepped in more and take this off my shoulders and da-da-da-da-da. If you're wishing for it, but then, I'm going to put it in a really simple term, Leo. Let's say you're wishing your husband would help you out around the home more. Sorry, I'm going to go really sexist and stereotypical. But let's say you want your husband to help around the home more. But you're running around doing everything. So he's thinking, oh, well, I don't need to, she's done it. Stop doing it. Just stop doing it. And just say, will you do the dishes? Would you mind hoovering? And it could be anything. Take it where it resonates. It could be a work situation, a friendship. It could be, it could be anything. But if you want, because Leo, you are stubborn buggers and you like your independence and you like to do things your way. But on the other side of that is then the feeling of, well, I'm doing everything, I'm taking everything on, I'm exhausted, I wish somebody would step in and help me. This is some illusion that you're holding that doesn't have to be this way, Leo. You can change it. So call it in, ask for it, but take the action towards, if you're thinking, oh, I wish you'd do the dishes, and then you're stood there doing the dishes, what dishes can you do? And as I said, doesn't have to be what's happening. I'm sorry if I've offended some of you, but that was the example that came to mind. Every reading I've needed another card on it. Yeah. So there is emotional fulfillment here. There is happiness here, Leo. But there's some negative behaviour that's happening at the minute. It might not be you. It could be another person. Again, it could be, again, I'm going to go sexist, but weaponised incompetence. So, partners that say, oh, I can't do it, I don't know how to do it, and you feel sorry for them and you end up doing it, or whoever it might be. Teach a man to fish. Teach a man to fish. That's all I'm going to say, Leo. I'm going to leave it there. If that resonated, please do give the video a thumbs up. Please do subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment, and if it doesn't resonate, check out your moon sign, rising sign, or Venus sign, and Virgo now. Virgo, what have we got going on? Let's see. Oh, 10 of Wands. We need to let something go, Virgo. We need to put something down. Oh, put a card in the wrong way around. A karmic cycle is completing for you, Virgo. Something nearly over, something nearly done. Just put it down and move on. Move to the next chapter, move to the next phase. King of Wands, nice. Ace of Wands, nice. Temperance, strength, Leo energy. Okay, finish my tea, Virgo. And we'll get into it, but this is really lovely energy. Okay. This is speak softly and carry a big stick. I don't need to go around shouting and screaming to get my point across. It's, it's that really quiet inner strength of I'm not gonna mess with that person, I'm not gonna push that person. It's like the Queen of Wands energy. We've got the King of Wands up here, and I'll get into that in a minute, but the Queen of Wands, she's loving, she's kind, she's caring, and she's compassionate, but you don't want to get on the wrong side of her because she will give you both barrels. It's that balanced energy of boundaries. And that's what this feels like this week, Virgo. It's my energy speaks for me. I don't need to scream and shout and rant and rave. My energy speaks for me. I've got these boundaries in place. These are the things that I will not tolerate and will not put up with. And that temperance energy there, it's I don't need to go out screaming things from the rooftops. My energy speaks for me. So with this energy as well this week, Virgo, it's just like you're going towards what you want, what makes you feel good, not worrying about other people, not worrying about, you know, other people saying, oh, you need to do it like this, Virgo, you need to do it like that. No, you don't. You need to do it however it makes you feel good. What works for one will not work for another. Horses for courses. And this week it's you realising that. So I'll give you an example. Let's say, I'll give you a proper example. A few years ago I was competing in bodybuilding competitions, and I was getting ready for one competition, and I had a very strict diet, as you can imagine, and I was eating, it was like tuna and salad and some almonds and and a friend at the time said to me, oh, that looks really appealing, it looks really appetizing. And I didn't say anything, I just left it. I just sort of smiled, and I was like, well, you know, it was obviously a dig because that person felt insecure. Fast forward a few months, that person actually started doing bodybuilding competitions, wouldn't you know? So it's that kind of thing. It's like if somebody's having a dig at you, if somebody's like, oh, that looks really good, oh, that looks me, you know, like being very sarcastic, and you don't need to jump down their throat, you don't need to say anything, it's just this is my path, I'm not asking you to do it, nobody's forcing you to eat it, you know. It's that kind of thing. It's, you don't need to jump down. It's their insecurities this week, Virgo, that are speaking louder. It's their problems, and you're just like, yeah, again, we've got all this fire energy and King of Wands and strength, all this Leo energy. Lions don't argue with sheep because they don't need to. You know when you see those little yappy dogs like the ones I have, barking at big dogs, and big dogs are just like, yeah, what do you want? It's that kind of energy, Virgo. I don't need to be in your face, and I don't need to be, it's just a soft, quiet, calm, really strong and confident energy. So I don't know what you've got going on this week, Virgo, but that is the energy to be taken into this week for whatever's happening, whether it's work, friendships, relationships. That's your energy. If this resonated, please do give the video a thumbs up. Please do subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment. If it didn't resonate, check out your moon sign, rising sign, or Venus sign. Libra now. Message for Libra, please. What message does Libra need? For this coming week? Three of Swords, King of Pentacles, Lovers, Gemini energy, Chariot, Cancer energy. Okay. Libra, I can't remember if you've had this kind of energy recently, because I'm pretty sure, was it your reading last week? It was like, make a decision, time to make a choice. Something is in the way. Something is in the way of your stability. Something is in the way of your progression. Something is in the way of your happiness. It's going to be different for all of you. So some of you might be working too much and it's getting in the way of family time and your relationships. Some of you might be drinking a bit too much. There might be some alcohol involved, something like that. Some of you might have a third party situation going on where it's not letting you be fully in your relationship. There's something in, whether it's an actual third party situation and there's a little bit of cheating going on, or whether it's, as I said, there's just one thing that's in the way. There's, you know, too many cooks spoil the broth. There is something that is in the way. It could be your own thinking. If you're thinking, oh, I'm never going to be happy in this house or with this person or da-da-da-da-da, have you tried committing fully to it and not thinking those thoughts? And if the answer is yes, then why are you still there? I'm going to be blunt, I'm going to be honest. If it's just, I'll never be happy here, there's two things going on. Either you haven't let yourself fully be in it and give it a go and give it a chance to see whether it will work or not. And if you have, and you know it doesn't work, then why are you still there, Libra? Whatever it is, a friendship, a job, a home, a relationship, whatever, a family member, doesn't matter. You can walk away from anything, Libra, but I feel like you're feeling stuck and trapped in some way, like this is just the way it is. It doesn't have to be the way it is. You have the power at any moment to change your life. You are the only one who can. But if you are saying to yourself, oh, I can't because I have to do this, I've got to do that, you're keeping yourself stuck there. So it feels like, as I say, something solid, stable with the King of Pentacles and the Chariot. It's that, oh, life could be... So I'll give you an example. I have a client at the minute who is really, really unhappy about the way that they look, and they really want to be happy with their own body again and feel more confident. And this person keeps saying to me, I want to be how I used to be. I used to go out and feel confident and good about myself, and I was like the life and soul, da 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 da. And I keep saying to this client, well, you know, when are you gonna change it? When are you gonna eat healthier and move your body more and, you know, do what you need to do? And my client keeps saying, oh, well, I need to wait for this and I need to wait for that. And I can see quite clearly what they are doing. It's a form of self-harm. It's you know, if I just stay in this, then I know this. It's the better the devil you know. Whereas if I try and I fall off again, like I have done before, because this client, you know, used to go to the gym and work out and look after themselves and all these things, and has obviously fallen off that to have gained weight and now be unhappy with how they look. It's a form of self-harm, Libra. So where do you need to start looking after yourself? Where do you need to start taking care of yourself? What needs to go? And is it, you know, eating better? Is the third party? As I say, it could be drinking, harming your body. It could be eating unhealthy and not getting out enough and enough sunlight and enough movement, those kinds of things. You don't have to be perfect to start, Libra. It doesn't have to be, right, I've got to get all the workout gear, I've got to get a nutritionist, I've got to get a personal trainer, I've got to be up at 4 every day. It doesn't have to be that. It could just be you eat a little bit less chocolate this week and you go out for a couple of walks. It is as simple as that. And as I said, take it where it resonates, whatever it is, Libra, because it could be absolutely anything, but it's something, you need to look at what's happening, what is in the way of you moving forward and being happy, and get rid. Libra. Sorry, that was a brutally truthful reading, but I read what I see and what I feel, and that was that. If it resonates, please do give the video a thumbs up. Please do subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment. And Scorpio now. Scorpio, what have we got going on? Let's see. The Fool, Aries energy, Ace of Cups, the Sun, Leo energy, 8 of Swords. You're in your own way, Scorpio. You are in your own way, okay? She can take that blindfold off. In the traditional depiction, you know, she's not actually bound. She's just put her hands behind her back. They aren't tied. It's just an illusion. It's just how she feels. So she could, you know, move her hands and take the blindfold off and just walk away from something. But there's an energy here, Scorpio, where this week you feel mentally trapped. So just remember that it's feeling mentally trapped. What physical step can you take this week to get out of something? And it does feel like maybe either routine, the word routine popped into my head. So if you're thinking, oh, this is just the way things are and, you know, I do this every day, it's just routine, it's just habit. Maybe get up an hour earlier and have the time to do whatever it is that you want to do, or, you know, maybe go to bed a bit earlier and have an hour to yourself, and, you know, whatever this is. And then the other thing that's coming to me, Scorpio, is it's like somebody once said to me years ago, and it's a really simple example, but somebody said to me, I can't even remember what we were talking about, but she said, oh, he'll do it the way that he grew up in the house doing it. We weren't even talking about me, it was just like a hypothetical situation when we were studying psychotherapy. And she said, you know, that person will just do it the way that they grew up with it. Like, we all wash up a certain way. Some people use those brushes on sticks, some people use a sponge, some people use a cloth. Some people keep the water running, some people use a dishwasher, you know, some people fill the sink and then wash up, or, you know, there are lots of people just wash up differently. And she was saying most people then go on to wash up the way that they grew up with it. Whereas at any point you can say, I'm going to start using a dishwasher, or I'm going to get one of those brushes on a stick, I'm going to stop using this sponge. Or, oh, you know, I never thought about keeping the water running to rinse things just on a drizzle, or, you know, rather than turning it on and off, or, you know, whatever it might. And again, some people, I mean, that makes me cringe, because I grew up in a house where if you left the water running for no good reason, you were in trouble. So, which, you don't need to know how I wash up, Scorpio, but I mean, I do wash up by hand, I don't use a dishwasher, I do leave it on drizzle just so I can rinse things. Anyway, doesn't matter. Washing up is not the issue here. It just feels like you're stuck in something, Scorpio, that is a habit formed in childhood that maybe you've seen somebody else do and you don't know how to break now. You don't know any other way and how to get out of it. So this is just oh, I can do this differently. And boom, once you realise you can do this differently, Scorpio, you're emotionally freed, and it's like, oh, that feels so much better. That feels really good. Whatever this blockage is, it is in your head. It can be done a different way, Scorpio. I am going to leave that there. I'm going to stop talking about washing up. If that resonated, please do give the video a thumbs up. Please do subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment. And Sagittarius now. Sagittarius, how are you doing? Let's see what we've got going on for you. Oh, for this coming week. Message for Sagittarius, please. Okay, a little bit of a stuck and a sluggish, look, kind of like I'm butting my head against the wall energy. Oh, okay, you just need to move forward. Okay, look at something differently and move forward. The freedom is in your mind here, and it's quite similar to the Scorpio energy. So if you've got Scorpio in your chart or dealing with Scorpio, maybe check that reading out, because this does feel kind of like that reading in terms of, I need to see this differently and just start afresh. I need to draw a line under it, look at it from a different angle, a different perspective, and move forward. And it's not to say that whatever's happened or happening isn't valid and you can't feel what you're feeling, but looking at it differently and moving forward is what is going to help you this week, Sagittarius. Yeah, Six of Swords. The Lovers, Gemini energy, Three of Swords, Three of Cups. So there's something in the way, Sagittarius. There is something that is just no longer serving a purpose in your life. You are being asked to go where you feel good, where your energy is reciprocated and met with love. You're asked to just take your energy away from anything that depletes you, drains you. And maybe that's what you need to look at differently. Just, I need to stop giving this my energy, because what you focus on is, you know, what grows and gets bigger. Whereas if you just decide to take your focus away from it and move forward, Six of Swords, learning the lessons and moving on. Right, let me learn the lessons of how to deal with this or how to cope with this, and just move forward. Look at it from a different angle and move forward. Because if you keep looking at that thing, your focus is just there, and it's the only thing that's it's just gonna get bigger. Lovers, Three of Swords, you've got a decision to make. You know, the thing that isn't working, the thing that isn't good, the thing that isn't bringing you energy, either get rid of it or choose to change your perspective of it. and move forward. But what the biggest thing you are being asked to do, Sagittarius, is be around the people that make you feel good. Put your energy there. And it could be as simple as that. That's maybe what you need to shift. Stop focusing on the thing all the time that's draining my energy and depleting me, and focus on the things that make me feel good. Simple as that. Sagittarius, if that resonates, please do give the video a thumbs up. Please do subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment. And Capricorn now. Oh, message for Capricorn. 10 of Cups. Some emotional fulfillment this week. That's nice. Message for Capricorn, please. What message does Capricorn need? Knight of Cups, 7 of Cups, the Star, Aquarius energy, the Moon, Pisces energy. I've got like a couple of things here, Capricorn. There's a lot going on actually, not a couple. So, I need to let myself feel my feelings, but there might be a situation this week where I need to stay a little bit more detached to be able to make a decision. Still use your feelings to make the decision, you know, how you feel. It's not, I'm not saying make a head over heart decision, make whatever decision is right for you, but if you take yourself out of the feelings of it and look at it objectively, you'll probably make a better decision. That's what this is telling me for this week, Capricorn. There might be some sort of delay with something that's annoying you. It's like, don't make a permanent decision on temporary feelings. That's what this feels like. Hang on, I'm just still looking. Because yeah, there's definitely emotional fulfillment, and there's definitely like a wish fulfillment, dream come true vibe this week. In it, again, it could be as simple as I was sat on the sofa with my dogs a couple of days ago, and they were both just snuggled on me snoring, and I just thought, oh, this is it, this is the life, this is the stuff that dreams are made of. And it could be as simple as that, Capricorn, but it could be as big as, this is something I've worked years on and it's finally coming to fruition. There is also a bit of an illusion around something, maybe of, so don't let illusions make the decisions, and that's why I'm saying take yourself out of the feelings to make a choice, Capricorn, because, okay, I'm going to give you an example. It does not have to be what's happening, it's just an example, first one that popped into my head. Let's say you've historically had some bad relationships, and a person comes along, and you're thinking, this is a really nice person, and the person says, let's be together, let's be exclusive, or maybe let's go to the next step, shall we get engaged, shall we live together, move in, and you're thinking, oh no, because when I do that, when I've done that in the past, it's gone wrong, it's gone bad, let's keep it as it is. Take yourself out of the feelings, because that's past situations that are clouding a new decision for something different. And again, just an example, doesn't have to be what's happening, but when you take yourself out of your feelings, that illusion goes, because you're looking at it objectively as if your feelings aren't there. It's that kind of vibe. Yeah, so some choices and decisions to make this week, Capricorn, but take yourself out of the feelings to make it, and see if that, change it. This is like, let yourself have it, let yourself have the good stuff, Capricorn. Let yourself, if you're making decisions from past events and historically that's not gone very well, I'm going to leave that there. I don't want to sway you either way. You do what you need to do, Capricorn. That's your reading, they're the cards, that's what the energy that I've got, that I've read. You do what you will with it. If that resonates, check out your moon sign. Oh no, if it doesn't resonate, check out your moon sign, rising sign, or Vita. Why can't I speak today? Moon sign, rising sign, or Venus sign. There we go. If it does resonate, please do leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and Aquarius now. Message for Aquarius, please. What message does Aquarius need? Nine of Swords, Knight of Swords, Magician, Aquarius, and Virgo energy. The Sun, Leo energy. Okay, lovely healing vibe this week, Aquarius. There could be some anxiety, thoughts racing. What do I do? How do I just, like that Aquarius mind of go, 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 go. Can't just, I'm on a conveyor belt of thoughts and I feel like I can't get off. You are being asked to get off the conveyor belt of thoughts and take action. You have all the tools needed to go for it, to create what you want, to build what you want, to do what you want. So get off the conveyor belt and just start, Aquarius. I want another card. Ace of Swords. So this could be having a conversation with someone, having a chat with someone, talking to someone, or just the start of something that is successful, the start of something that is I want another card, but before I move on, I'm feeling it's a very, very Aquarius vibe. It's a very, whatever you're going to move into this week, whatever you take action on and just step into, move forward with, it's you. It's like you are literally in your element, and it's like, oh, this is what it feels like. This is what it was meant to be. This is who I am. When you get off that conveyor belt of thoughts, Aquarius, and just do, it's this is a really weird analogy, Aquarius, but it's the only one I've got. If you've ever watched One Born Every Minute, which is fantastic, I think, it's women giving birth basically in hospitals in the UK, and I always remember, because there was quite a few series, there was a midwife that hadn't had children, and a few years down the line after she had a child, she said, I feel like I'm going to be doing my job very differently from now on, because I've read all the books, I've done all the studies, I've delivered hundreds of babies, thousands of babies maybe, but then she actually did it, and she was like, now I know what it actually feels like, and this is what this is. It might be like I don't know, I'm going to leave it because I don't want to put too many things on it, Aquarius, because it's going to be different for everybody. But when you move forward and take the step towards action rather than just conveyor belt of thoughts, it's really lovely. So good stuff this week, Aquarius. I like it. If that resonates, please do give the video a thumbs up. Please do subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment. I would really appreciate it. And Pisces now. Pisces, how are we doing? Oh! What message does Pisces need for this coming week? Ace of Wands, nice. Temperance, Sagittarius energy, the Sun, Leo energy, Queen of Pentacles. So this is your full moon, Pisces, today as I record this, as I upload this, and also it's an eclipse, so it's kind of a glimpse into what life could be like if you did things the right way for you all the time. And it's not a one size fits all. It's okay, my self-care is massages, but some people hate being touched, can't stand the thought of it, it's the worst thing ever. Or my self-care perfection is a lovely bubble bath, listening to a podcast, and some people think, oh God, I hate stewing in my own filth and what have you. Weirdos. Anyway, it's that kind of thing. it's not a one size fits all. So this week is a glimpse into, oh, when I do things that I am passionate about, that feel good for me, that it doesn't matter what anybody else, and I am getting like, I'm going to be completely honest with you, Pisces, I'm getting a bit of a spouse vibe. Take it where it resonates. But let's say, I don't know why, first thing that popped into my head was building Lego. Let's say you really enjoy building Lego and maybe you put a playlist on or a podcast or your favourite film in the background, whatever, you get some snacks and you just build some Lego. That I could not build Lego, not even if it was 3 bricks and it gave me a 1, 2, 3 step, I'd still be like, what are you talking about? What? I have no idea what you want. I cannot build Lego. But if I had a partner that loved doing that, lighting some candles, building some Lego, chilling out and relaxing, I would leave them to it. I'd be like, that's your happy place, go for it. But I feel like there's somebody around you, and as I say, it does feel like a partner, but you take it where it resonates. Somebody around you that is kind of like, oh, why are you doing that? Oh, you're going to go play with your toys again? Oh, you're going to go build your brick? Like somebody's just dragging it down. And when you just say, no, this is right for me, this feels good for me, you don't need to build the Lego. You don't need to, I'm not asking you to build it. I'm not asking that while I build Lego, you sit in silence. You go off and do what you want. In fact, I had an ex a few years ago. There's a lot of baby references in the last, I think it was the last reading. I was talking about one born every minute and now I'm going to go on to call the midwife. But I was with someone a few years ago and he had motorbikes and I don't know what he did with them, but he loved going out in the garage and messing around with them, and I don't know, no idea. And it was a Monday morning, because Call the Midwife had been on the night before and I'd missed it. And I said to him, why don't you go out in the garage for a bit and do what you do? And he was like, oh yeah, good idea, I might do that. He said, yeah, do you mind? I said, no, absolutely, go for it. So he went out in the garage. 10 minutes later, he came back in because while he went out, he thought, oh, that's so lovely of her that she wants me to do what I want and enjoy myself. So he came in to make me a cup of tea and give me a kiss, and I'd put Call the Midwife on. And he looked at the TV and looked at me and he said, you didn't want me to go out and enjoy myself, did you? You just wanted me to go out so you could watch Call the Midwife. Same. You go enjoy what you want, I'm going to enjoy what I want for an hour. You go play with your bikes and I'm going to watch Call the Midwife. And it's that kind of thing that you don't have to both enjoy the same thing, but if somebody's tearing down your form of self-care, your equilibrium and your balance, Pisces, they don't have your best interests at heart. So this week, Pisces, follow more of what you want, follow more of what feels good for you, follow what, again, my lifestyle doesn't work for a lot of people. I get up early, I go to bed early, but it really works for me. And a lot of people, I get up between like 4 and half 4. The latest I ever wake up is like 4:45, even at weekends, and it doesn't work for a lot of people, and that's fine, but it really works for me. It really suits my lifestyle. So whatever it is, it does feel, like literally your life, Pisces, that's what this feels like. Just the way that your life runs and works for you doesn't have to make sense to anybody else. Pisces, if that resonated, please do give the video a thumbs up. Please do subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment. I would really appreciate it. If it doesn't resonate, check out your moon sign, rising sign, or Venus sign. I will be back with some more messages for you soon. So until then, take care.